3, 2, 1. Boom. And we're live. 8, 9, 10 seconds in. Sorry, my barnet's all over the place. I'm picking hummus out my teeth. I wasn't expecting it. Well, I was expecting it, but by the time it got to 8 p.m., I wasn't expecting it anymore. We'll just let a few people join as per normal before we crack on. Hey, pass that water out. Cheers, bro. What's happening? Show the headset. What? No, live with no. I wanted to see you with the headset on. Why? If you look funny. What? Lions TV, good evening. 86 people, that will do for me. Yeah, the news is in. The news we've been waiting for, the news we've all been expecting since the weekend. Gary Rowett has been named as the new manager of our wonderful, weird, wacky football club. And listen, I am happy. I'm happy. Trust me. People were saying you didn't want him. You know, he was your last choice. He was my third choice of the three. After Saturday, I'm not so sure about Adam Barrett anymore. So it only narrows it down to two. I would have liked Ainsworth. I'm happy. Listen, a very, very large number and a vast majority of our fan base are happy with that appointment. So I'm happy. I'm happy for you. As I said, I know a lot about Millwall, even though I've only been going a year. But other clubs outside, I don't have a great deal of knowledge. So a lot of our fans seem over the moon that Gary Rowett is our manager. And yeah, it's good. He looks good. I know it sounds strange. I'm just looking at it now on my phone as it getting to know Gary Rowett. I'm just looking on Twitter now as the news is unfolding. He looks right, doesn't he? He just looks right. You look at him standing there. He does look like a manager. He looks authoritative, and he looks like he fits in the job. Look. Sorry, my phone is going absolutely mental. That looks right to me. Can you see that? It looks right. Sorry, the notifications will just go and go at the top of the screen. I've put it on silent, I think. But yes, listen. No, it's on silent now. Sorry, before I go any further, is it clear? I've got a brand new Wi-Fi, so it should be clear as a whistle, and the sound obviously should be good because I've got the blue snowball micith. But yeah, Gary Rowett is the new Millwall manager. Callum Davison joins him. I'm sure Callum Davison wasn't the left back or right back for Leicester, the one that Dennis Wise chinned back in the day and broke his jaw. I'm sure Callum Davison was a player for Leicester and Preston. I'm sure. So he joins Rowett as his assistant. I'm hearing that the goalkeeping coach Turner has gone and Kevin Paul comes in. I'm sure he's another ex-Leicester goalkeeper, Kevin Paul. He must be, Jesus Christ, he must be pushing 50, 60 years of age now. But he comes in. Adam Barrett, this is a big one. Adam Barrett stays on as part of the first team coaching. So I'm going to say that's a good thing for now. I'm going to say that's a good thing. Barrett knows the players. He can advise Rowett the best he can. Because, as I said, I think we're going to have limited funds and limited budget for Rowett to go forward. It will be something that Rowett hasn't encountered before, in my opinion. He's used to managing predominantly bigger clubs in this division. Derby, a top championship side, arguably a Premier League outfit. Stoke the same. Birmingham maybe not so much anymore. But I think Wisey did break his jaw. Someone just confirmed that. Thank you. But yeah, Gary Rowett will be a different kettle of fish for him. I think. I do think now. I think that he would have discussed budget, etc., with the board, and I'm hoping that the board are on board with him, excuse the pun, and they're going to give him some funds to spend, but I can't see it, and I just don't want him to grow frustrated. But listen, I'm not disappointed at all. I think it's very, very good news. A lot of you are happy of him being the manager. He has done a good, should have been Pete O'Mara for manager. That's probably fucking Pete writing it himself. Excuse me. A lot of you wanted him as manager, and I'm happy with it. I didn't not want him as manager. Well, that's a lie. I put a video out about 3 days ago saying I didn't want him as manager. Of the three in question, he was probably my last choice. But he's here now, and we've got to get behind him. And we need a new ethos and a new approach to games without an absolute doubt. I think the Neil Harris cloud was hanging over us still on Saturday when they just imploded, which is a word, by the way. I've looked it up. They've just imploded, and it was very... Although he's not the manager anymore, although we don't want to talk about him being the manager anymore, it was very Neil Harris-esque that the Adam Barrett side crumbled, absolutely fucking crumbled, shot to pieces and conceded 3 goals. Of course, we do have a game tomorrow night. We are at home to Cardiff. And Adam Barrett will be in charge for that game. Gary Rowett will be paraded on the pitch before the game. Tim Cahill-esque. Remember Tim Cahill got paraded on the pitch before... Was that? No, it was before Derby. It was before Derby Tim Cahill got paraded on the pitch. He come on and made his second debut for us at Cardiff. But this isn't Tim Cahill's day. It's Gary Rowett's day. Welcome to the Big Smoke Gaffer. Welcome to the Lions Den. You have got absolutely no fucking idea what you're letting yourself in for. But yeah, again, Gary Rowett, Northern boy, predominantly manages Midlands and Northern clubs. I'm not sure what to make of it down here. It's an unknown entity for him. And we shall see. I'm going to put the bins on early and go to the questions because I've said all I really want to say on the Gary Rowett appointment. A video's just gone out on YouTube. I did record it earlier on yesterday? No, I called it on earlier on today. They haven't said how long he's going to be manager for. They haven't said how long his contract's for, which is very, very Millwall, wasn't it? We never reveal that information, whether it's hello, Bins, whether it's a player or a manager. We never seem to say how long a contract length is for. Charlie Woolard says hello. Hello, mate. The F2, I don't think that's the actual F2. Not happy. Benny the Bantam says hi. Harry Mower, hello, mate. Yes, Dan. Chris Carey, evening, mate. Seamus Brett. Oh, up, dude. Whoa. Peace out, man. Cowbunga. Danny Flattery comes straight in early doors. I'm sure that's in jest. And it says, Rowett out. I'm just going to pick up that little bit of Barnet on top of it. I've just noticed. James Kelly, evening, Dan. Danny Sinclair, they've held your thing for approval. It says, fucking happy as a boy. Could be. Rowett is a quality appointment. Yeah, listen, I put a poll out on Twitter and a lot of Mill fans wanted Gary Rowett as manager. Literally, I think it's 70, 80% of you. So again, I'll say, don't fucking listen to what I say. I'm just a fan like the rest of you. It wasn't an appointment that was grabbing me and making me very excited about him being the manager. It wasn't. But he's here now, and I'm sure he'll do a good job. His managerial record, I don't have a problem with. And as Lee Chitty rightly said, he's probably the pick of a bunch that you could get on the cheap. Otherwise, you're going to have to throw some serious dough at it. Rob Dwyer, Oyo Savaloy. What's happening, Robbie? AJ Richards, row it out. Joe O'Mara, yes, because he has not only lined his stomach tonight, he's also lined his pockets. No power bars for Joe tonight. He will be lining his pockets with stone cold cash. Hashtag pay him, not me. Best of a duff bunch. John Parr says, yeah, that's what Lee Chitty, the point that the Chipmeister General was saying earlier on. James Batman, rubbish, will be sacked by Xmas. Nothing like a little bit of hope amongst the fan base. But each man to his own opinion. Sparky One says Barrett should go as well. That's your opinion, and it's almost a question, and it's a very good question. I'm not sure whether Barrett should have gone or not. I think that, do you know what? Listen, I'm reacting to this as you're all reacting to it. I think probably yes, that Barrett should have gone as well. I don't know if it was his choice. I don't know whether it was Gary Rowett's choice to keep him on or saying that the club imposed upon him. As I said, there was rumours flying around, and a lot of people did relay these rumours. I saw it all over Twitter and Facebook history groups and whatever, that apparently he wanted to bring in his own backroom staff, and that is why for a while he dropped out of the running on the betting and went from favourite, and he drifted out because he wanted to bring in all his own backroom staff, and the club wasn't happy with that. I think it's good that he wanted to do that, but I can understand where the club are coming from, because you need to think of it in business terms. If he wants to bring in all his own backroom staff, as in, by the way, all the recruitment staff are staying, all 3 of them have. Alex Aldridge, who's the one whose name is quite public, but the other 2 guys I've never heard of. But no disrespect to them, I just never heard their names mentioned before. The 3 staff recruitment have stayed. And as I said, from a business perspective, Rowett wants what he wants. He wants it his way, and that's good. That's a good way to base yourself as a manager, and a good way to move forward with it. But from a business perspective, Millwall have got to look at that and say, right, we've got these 3 recruitment guys. We've got this coach, that coach, this, what they called, fucking nearly said technician, the analyst, and all this, all the analysts. Now, if they get rid of those guys, they've got to pay them all off. For starters, they've got to pay up their contracts, whatever they're on. It's going to cost the club dough. And then they got to employ Rowett's men on top of that, who are probably on more money. So I do understand both sides of the coin. Maybe they've come to a compromise on that one. Maybe if Barrett would have dug his heels in, Rowett would have dug his heels in and said, look, it's my way or I don't want the job, then, it may have not worked out for him. So he's probably swallowed one there. He's kept Adam Barrett as a first-team coach. And listen, Adam Barrett is apparently, again, you can only go on what you're told. You don't see behind closed doors at Calmont Road. Believe me, I've tried. But, Barrett is a high-level coach, been around the players for a long time, but getting back to Sparky 1, Barrett should go as well. I'd probably agree with that, but I think Rowett is strong enough in character from what I've seen of him. He's a good talker. I don't think he's, I don't think anyone in management is sort of a shy, retiring character, but I think he'll be strong enough to let Barrett know. And I'm sure Barrett will know as well. Look, I'm the manager here now. I'm happy for you to coach the team and coach the players, but I know what I want going forward. Adrian Nind says, I'm really pleased with that appointment, but not so much with the one I've got tomorrow at the STD club. Sorry, Adrian, if you've got a missus who's probably just going to divorce you on the back of that. Millwall Tube, formerly the Veggie Tube. Make sure you check out Ahmet's YouTube channel for me, please. It's a very good YouTube channel. And I'm feeling older by the day. I can't do it forever. Buzzing. Hopefully he can take this club in the right direction. I hope he can, mate. I agree with you. Peter Schultz says, who now goes into the backroom staff? Callum Davison is his assistant manager, as we said, ex-Leicester, ex-Preston. Sure, he was a left-back. Quite a big lump, but I'm pretty sure he was a defender. There's another guy that's come along whose name escapes me at the minute. Adam Barrett stays as well, and I believe there's a new goalkeeping coach. I believe that Turner has gone. I understand why. I can't say on camera, but I can see why that's gone, because Harris has gone. I can understand. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And who's the goalkeeping coach? Kevin Paul, ex-Leicester, I'm sure he was. So there is a lot of new people coming in, a lot of people going out. Well, actually, I don't think there's that many people going out. But maybe they've extended the budget or the wage budget of the staff for Christmas, because, as we know, the goalkeeping coach is on his way out. But other than that, I don't think too many are. FMM UK says, it can't be any worse than getting Lomas. Yeah, that was an outrageous appointment, to be fair. Following Steve Lomas, I didn't think at the time, I was excited at the time when we got Holloway. But we'll find it very hard to appoint the right manager first time. And I don't want Gary Rowett to be a stopgap. I said either way, whether he doesn't do the business, or he turns out he does do the business and gets a move to a different club. This is now his fourth championship club that he's managed. So I'm sure that he'll be hoping to get a little bit of longevity under his belt at the club. And we can only hope it goes the right way. I don't know whether a lot of people saying he's predominantly a defensive type coach, which, listen, we all want to attack. We all want to do great things on the football and watch exciting games at the den and away, but it can't always work like that with the players that we've got. Having said that, I expect people now to get a good run. And again, nothing against Marlon Romeo, but I expect Marlon Romeo to get dropped now and let's see what McCarthy's got about him. I expect Mahoney to sort of get rejuvenated under the new manager. And listen, there's 10 new players that are coming under Neil Harris. I ain't going to keep mentioning Harris, but I'm mentioning the players. My team could do a white one, by the way. My cousin does that. I'll have to get on a case over that one. Right. What was I saying? It's not all about me. It's not all about you. It's not all about you. Well, it is a little bit. But anyway, it's my show, so I fucking, I got bipolar, man, I swear. What was I talking about? The players that come in, the 10 new players. It must be difficult for them. They've been brought to the club under Neil Harris, and now they got to... I'd be like, fuck me, hang on. This boss has brought me in, and he's fucked off. And he's like, so now I'm here, and I might not be wanted by the new manager, but I think that can work well, because the new players that have come in haven't done that great. John Daly Bavardson, on reflection, not really having him. What's his name? The winger who was brilliant in pre-season, Mahoney, brilliant, but he hasn't done nothing since Neil Harris was in charge. Malumbi was shocking Saturday, so I hear. McCarthy hasn't had a look in. But the goalkeeper, obviously we signed fucking 3 goalkeepers along the way due to injuries. But I'm expecting and will be excited to see, once Gary Rowett's had a week or two with them, where he sees the squad, where he sees the players. I'm convinced Romeo will get dropped. And I said, listen, I love Romeo. He's a very exciting, attacking, lovely young man, great footballer going forward. But he's not a right back for me. And we're getting exposed week in, week out with him. And the big dog, Murray Wallace, he's quite solid, Murray. But I think 2 or 3 goals come from down there left Saturday. So will Gary Rowett look to bring players in? And very importantly, will he have the sway and the connections to bring people in? And I think the answer to that is yes, both of those questions. I think he'll get people in. I think you'll see him go for experienced old pros that might want to have 1 or 2 years under their belt before they wrap up and want to prove themselves still in this division and are good friends with Gary Rowett. Of course, Gary Rowett has not only managed Derby, Birmingham and Burton. Sure, there's someone else in there. Stoke, but he didn't play for Stoke. He's played for the other 3 clubs. He will have a lot of connections in and around the Midlands, and I think his phone will be going from players that might be on their way out other clubs, that might be running short of legs a little bit, that might think they can still come in and do a job at Millwall. So, again, no disrespect to our club, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of money to spend. So I think Rowett could do what he did at Derby, and he could be looking to ship in a few 30-plus experienced players that can not help steady the ship. We're 17th in the table, don't get me wrong. And if we'd have won Saturday like we fucking should have done, by the way, then we would have been in a lot better position than we are currently. But I think that we would be, if you looked at where we was this time last season, I don't think we're any worse off. In fact, we might be slightly better off. We've got to get this away duck off our back. We've got to get this off our back with us not winning away from home. It's ridiculous. And it happens every season. Sorry, that's the pita bread and hummus trying to make a reappearance. Wasn't expecting. I thought he was going to roll till tomorrow now. Of course, as I said, we are at home to Cardiff tomorrow night. Gary Rowett would have met his players today. He was definitely at the training ground today. I don't think that's any secret. When the under-23s got a victory, 3-0 over Bristol City. Another brace for George Alexander, by the way, in that game. And Yuri Skalak got 90 minutes under his belt. Billy Mitchell didn't play any part. And I saw a man like Mick Murphy, so he can take the bullet for it, that Billy Mitchell's supposedly on the bench tomorrow night. So that'll be good. Well done, Bill. I'll be looking forward to having a couple of wee old man down the ground with pre-match. But yeah, Gary Rowett will take charge. His first management job as Millwall manager will be to take charge of the team on Saturday. You couldn't write, could you? Against Stoke, the team that sacked him in January. And of course, Lee Gregory couldn't hit a barn door of a dart at Stoke. They couldn't get a win for Toffee. 3 weeks before they played Millwall, what happens? Lee Gregory starts scoring goals and Stoke start getting results. They beat Fulham 2-0 Saturday. Lee Gregory got a penalty. And 2 weeks ago, I believe, because I was in the bar at VCD, I think he got a very good volley. Can't remember who that was against. It might have been against Nottingham Forest. But Gregory started scoring goals. Stoke City started getting results. And Gary Rowett's first job of work will be, as our manager, to face his old side in Stoke City on Saturday at the Den. It's going to be an absolute howitzer of a game. There you go. That can happen when it's live. You can just come out with words like howitzer, a word you've never used before or possibly will again. But as I said before that, tomorrow night, we face Cardiff at the Den. That'll be a funny one. It's Adam Barrett's last game in charge. Yeah. I don't know what to expect from that game. I don't know whether he'll get full say over it, whether Rowett will sit in the dressing room in some points or what. He's definitely going to get paraded on the pitch pre-match. I don't think it will be the most inspiring thing he'll ever hear. I don't think there'll be that many people. But nonetheless, we will be there in our droves, hopefully, to welcome the new gaffer. Gary the Gaffer. What about that? The name Gary will be extinct within 30-odd years. I think I see that on the Lad Bible the other day. But not this Gary. Our Gary's going to go long and strong as the Millwall manager. Yeah, Joe O'Mara agrees with me. He says, yeah, it does look right. And he's talking about Gary Rowett as our manager. I know that might sound stupid to everyone, but I just saw the photo of him and I just thought, yeah, it just looks right in being in our manager. Pauline Hykin says, I am so pleased. Give him a go. Patrick Eaton says, I know it's because his name's Patrick, should have been Mick McCarthy. I saw this touted about a bit. And when I checked, I didn't even know he was managing the Republic of Ireland. I was down the pub the other night watching, I was having something to eat and a couple of beers, and it comes on Switzerland 1, Republic of Ireland 0, and it's live on the screen. My phone's going bananas. And I'm like, this must be a replay of an old game. No, Mick McCarthy's the Republic of Ireland manager. I totally forgot about that. Big Mick's not going to jack in the managerial. He left Millwall to manage the Republic of Ireland, so he's not going to go back the other way. His time's done at Millwall. I like Mick McCarthy at Millwall, but no, not for me. And, people don't mention managers it should have been now. Don't mention, what about Neil Harris? He's a legend. Yes, he was, but he's gone. He's gone, and Gary Rowett is the manager. So let's not speculate who it could have been, who it should have been. It is Gary Rowett, and now we have got to get behind him. There was a bit of bad feeling towards the end of the Neil Harris reign, obviously, but that was due to just, in my eyes, it just gone stale, and a lot of other people could see that. It's going to take time for Gary Rowett. That's what I'm going to say. It could take a long time, and we don't really have a long time. If we get to Christmas still in 17th, I've got to be honest, you're going to have to take that. And, if he can consolidate and keep us in and around that 17 stick, and we survive this season, it's job done again. It's not going to be an enthralling, exciting season, in my opinion. Maybe he's exactly what we needed. Championship experience, no nonsense, ex-player that's played a lot of games in this division. Interestingly enough, I see a thing on the Mill official Twitter site saying that Gary Rowett played his first ever competitive game, his first ever debut as a player at the Old Den. So how old is he, the guy? Jesus Christ, I don't think he's that old. Mind you, I went to the Old Den and we left when I was 13. Yeah, so he's probably 2-3 years older than me. He can't be. He must be, what is he, 46, 47? But Mrs. looks all right as well, by the way. I've had a little Google up on Mrs. Rowett. Don't worry about that, Gazza. Sorry, Gaffer. Don't ban me. Trevor Reimer says he can hear him clear as a bell, which is good because I've been talking shit for 21 minutes, Trev. But thanks for letting me know. Martin Roberts. My man, Martin Roberts is the man, the myth, the legend, the brains, but not the model, behind No One Likes His Clothing. Yeah, good man, Martin. Good appointment as far as you're concerned in this division. Defo staying up with him. And God, I hope you're right, mate. Alice Corbett says, good luck to Gary. Gary! It's one of the names you just keep saying. In the end, it just doesn't sound like a name when you keep saying it. Craig Parsons says he's a good championship manager and hopefully he will do a good job. Joe O'Mara, why has he broke his jaw? And he was only 5'4" whilst he did it, Joe. James Kelly, decent appointment, best that is available out there. Yeah, okay. Listen, I'm on board with it. There's not gonna be some quest for views. Oh, this say new manager shit. I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna take him time. It's definitely gonna take him time. What have we got? Nearly the end of October, November, December. He's got a good 3 months before that transfer window opens. And I will tell you, Gaffer, I'm available for fucking media work. Won't happen under the last manager. No, I'm joking. It won't happen under this manager either. But January, the transfer window will open. And it will be interesting to see what he does. But it will be more interesting to see what he does, I said, between now and then with the players he's got. Are we a million miles off playing our best side at the minute? I don't think we are. I don't think there's too much he could be. He can definitely change the style of play. He can definitely change formation. He can definitely change tactics. But is there that much that he can change clientele-wise? We've already assessed that he can't bring anyone in before January. No one will be going out before January. But what I'm saying is the 11 that we've been fielding on the pitch the last couple of games, it's not far off our best side. I think we can all agree with that. Ryan Leonard's out injured. Obviously, I'm not a massive fan of him. Sean Williams has come in. I don't think, possibly, as I said, McCarthy in for Romeo. Get Mahoney back in at left mid. Get him firing again. Get his confidence back up because he's a hell of a player if he's under the right guidance. And then maybe Murray for Fergie at left back. I don't know. But other than that, what I'm saying is Thompson, Jed, Bradshaw, the two centre-halves, we know what our best 11 is. And Gary Rowett won't venture far from the 11 that's been playing. So it will be very interesting to see from his perspective how well we can do with no budget until Christmas. It'll be interesting to see what he does post-Christmas once the transfer window's open and Lions TV becomes the official Millwall. No, I'm joking. Keep plugging it though. I don't know. I must half want it. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It will be also interesting to see if we was right about Neil Harris, if or some of us who wanted him out was right, what he can do with the current group of players. The sniper said it should have been Pete O'Mara. I think you're the second person to say that. Pete will be a good manager, to be fair. He'll be a good motivator. Tommy says, what a great YouTube name that. All the fucking stupid 876_ large one, BJ64 and all this shit. What a nice, simple YouTube name. Well done, Tommy. His YouTube name's Tommy. No messing. It don't take me longer to ask the question than it does to say the name. In this scenario, I've gone on about it for 2 minutes, so it wouldn't have mattered. But Tommy says, what type of football does Rowett like to play? Again, as I said, I'm not a great watcher of other football. In fact, I've been so busy with the channel at the minute, I've not even been checking other championship scores or Premier League scores, really. Just been all out, get the violins out, or not just yet. But I hear that Rowett is predominantly quite a defensive coach. He obviously spent a lot of money at Stoke when he got the job, brought in Tom Ince for around 8 million, I believe. Benik Afobe, great striker in the lower leagues. James McLean. But, yeah, as I said, it's going to be, he's always managed the teams really in the upper bracket of the division. It might be a little bit of a culture shock for him coming to Millwall and having to learn to, okay, maybe we haven't got the players to go all out and try and win games. Maybe we've got to try and get results. And I don't know. Listen, I like Rowett. I like what he says. I've seen him on the social, on Sky Television. And he does come across, he seems strong-minded. He seems like he knows what he wants. And he said the other day, he seems quite honest. He said he thinks he's a better manager for the time he's had off, time to reflect, maybe see where he did things wrong at Stoke. But yeah, there'll be no coming in and 8.5 million signings here, Gal. Absolutely not. We might be able to stretch to 1.5, 2 million. It will be interesting again from another point of view to see if there is any funds that are made available in the January transfer window. They'll have to give him something because again, no disrespect to any of our players, but you're not going to sell any of them for anything that's worth anything other than maybe Ben Thompson. Other than maybe if he keeps scoring goals, Bradshaw. But other than that, we ain't got anyone that's worth a rub, unfortunately. Jake Cooper, maybe, and that's about it. So you ain't going to be selling anyone to bring anyone in. It's going to be completely how much of the board are willing to give him. David Green. I didn't know you looked like Tom Bradshaw. Fuck me, neither did I, but I'll absolutely take it, mate. But maybe I'll have some of what you've been taking as well. Yeah, Kieran Perry's going to help me out here with a little bit of knowledge. Tommy. That's Tommy, the aforementioned Tommy guy. Tommy, he likes to play around the back and likes playing 4-4-2. Fucking hell. Row it out. No, I'm joking. Oliver Smile. Smilly, you're a bit of a weird dude, Oliver. I've spoke to you before. You've changed your tune. What do you want me to do? Fold the channel? Never going to happen. Nearly 4 years in, we've got another 4 in the shit for I to consider doing anything as extreme as folding the channel. You've changed your tune. What do you want me to do? I've said, listen, of the 3 that was on offer, out of Ainsworth, Rowett, and Barrett, Rowett was probably my least favoured one, but it's not down to me. I'm just a fan. If you would offer me, like Jack said the other day, we want Jose Mourinho, but we ain't going to get him. Actually, wouldn't want Jose Mourinho in this. He's had his day. Kieran O'Mara says, wondered why I wasn't getting a lot of views on Instagram Live. Sorry, Kieran, you are a lot nicer to look at than I am. But I've got this under a spell and I'm like to listen to me talking shit. Connor Perry. Is that in relation to Kieran Perry? Because you've replied to him. If he's your brother, just go and knock on his bedroom door and tell him. Don't have to chat on my thing, but I'll take it. Kieran Perry, he was just playing for a point in every game. Trevor Reimer Goff. You sound like some sort of a musician or like a geography lecturer in some high-ranking university. Sorry, it's a little game I like to play when I see people's names wander down the right-hand side of the screen. Trevor Reimer Goff, the musician from West London, maybe. Let's hope he has more tactical nous than Super Neil. I am sure, I'm positive that he will have. Oh, no, what I've done this thing again where I make that. There you go. So my sausage finger's touching things it should be touching on screen, I mean. Leave it. Kieran O'Mara, very, very happy. And that is rare for me. Fuck me, that is rare for you. He was always my first choice. Yeah, Kieran knows his football inside out. Kieran does sound like a cross between Ashley Banjo and Gemma Collins, but he actually knows his football inside out. Not, take him away from the fan cams and the immediate anger that he has after the game. If you see, he is a walking encyclopedia of football league knowledge. He knows his players. He knows his managers, and he gave me the lowdown the other night. I think if you watch the live stream we did at the Elton Terrace Club, get that one in, one of our sponsors. Thanks to them as always. What a club that is, by the way. I need to get up there for a few frames of snooker this week. Mate, I'm not even being rude, but I will try and pronounce your name. Ugar Ozcan. I hope I said that right. Let's get behind him. We will have bad times now and again, but we will get them. But give him time. I'm happy about the appointment. Yet someone else that is happy with the appointment. Chubby T says the Chubby Me. It's all very well saying if he's good fit for us, but what about the other way round? With our meagre budget, will he get frustrated? And when he wants to change things, time will tell. You are well said, Chubby T. From Chubby T to Chubby Me, touch me, bruv. My mini meal go mad about that. Lucky he hasn't heard it. Yeah, no, you're right, mate. It's a point I've already made, but now you've come in and you said, it's a very, very valid point. Kieran Perry, Mitchell didn't play today. Is he playing tomorrow? Yes, Billy Mitchell's involved in the first team squad tomorrow. And if anyone wants to blame anyone, blame Mick Murphy because he put it on Facebook. Man like Mick Murphy's a Millwall legend. He's bigger than the club, so don't get on Mick's back, yeah? He's my G. Don't know why I'm saying stupid fucking words. Like I'm a 15-year-old hood street rat. Never said these words in my life. Philip Small says, is he at the Den tomorrow? Yes, he will be at the Den tomorrow, mate, being paraded on the pitch for the 12,642. There you go. That's the random attendance I'm going to go for tomorrow. But yeah, Gary Rowett will be paraded on the pitch tomorrow before the game. Obviously, a big league game tomorrow. We are at home to Cardiff. Neil Warnock's Cardiff. Neil Warnock's last ever visit to the Den as he retires from football at the end of the season. And he's going on a round-the-world quest to find his own eyebrows, apparently, because I've never seen them. Michael says, I will give him till February. Have he been given fuck all, I bet? John Piles on the piss. Connor Perry. Hang on. Millwall Tube says it's written. We're going to win tomorrow, mate. Ahmed, I hope I want to share your enthusiasm. We'll probably score goals and we'll probably take the lead. And if we could just do like a lot of floodlight failure, because then the game will get abandoned. But we need going back to this Brentford thing the other day. All right, I'm fucked now. I nearly died twice. I had 2 life-saving operations. I can't see past the end of my own uterus, as you know. I've got a torn rotator cuff in my left shoulder, and I've got no cruciate knee ligament in my left knee. So basically, it was nice knowing you ain't got long left. But what I'm going for here is, I was speaking to my mate when we used to play a decent standard on a Saturday in like the Kent leagues and whatever. We was having a serious chat and we said, if it was 5 years ago and we was both fit and you put 11 of us on that pitch against Brentford in the 86th minute, there's no fucking way we're losing that game because you just do the right things with the ball. It's unbelievable. The players must have absolutely no arsehole, no bollocks about them to do what they've done Saturday. And the amount of times we've done it's a joke. And you can't blame management for that. How the fuck can you let 2-0 lead slip in the 86th minute? It just can't happen. It's fucking ridiculous. Just do the right things on the ball. Just buy the time out. Just help the ball on, get high up the pitch. Or go compact, do what you want to do. But it's literally impossible to do what they've done. But anyway, that's done now. That's under Adam Barrett's mini reign. But I don't think that's Adam Barrett's fault Saturday. I don't know if that accounted to him not getting the job. I don't think it did. I think the big dog, John Berylson, flew in late last week, didn't he? To seal the deal. And I think that would have... I don't think that the result at Brentford would have mattered. Barrett's happy. He's kept his job. He's doing something right, doesn't he? Somewhere in around the club. He's doing a little bit of shoe polishing or something. I don't know. But he's managed to keep hold of his job. Maybe he's just a very good coach. I don't know. But there's going to be a lot of people around it now. I'm going to actually check. There's going to be a lot of people around it. Let's have a look on the Millwall feed. That might take a minute to load. So what it does, I will read a few more comments. Alan Smith says, great appointment. Mid-table secured under Rowett. Wow, let's have it right. That's I like that statement, mate. Don't get me wrong. But it's a very bold statement. Mid-table is something we didn't achieve last year. Oh, look at that. They've changed Gary Rowett to the profile picture on the Millwall Twitter feed. Like that. Good. Yeah. It's a bold statement to say we can finish mid-table. Anything above the bottom 3 again is hell of an achievement in my opinion. So I'm just going through hang on, where's the thing when they said who's who here? Yeah, Gary Rowett is Lions boss. Robert Sagna, Wenger in. Oliver Smile, you have never spoken to me and calling me weird. Thanks, mug. Mate, the way you come across, I think I've spoken to you on Twitter a few times. That's all. I'm only joking with you. Don't take offence. Some people are so touchy. Right, Millwall Football Club is delighted to confirm. Sorry. A little bit of Peterbridge made a reappearance at one of my manky teeth. That's disgusting. Sorry, so here we go. New assistant Callum Davison and technical coach Joe Carnell, while Adam Barrett and Lee Turner will remain key part of the first team coaching setup. So I got that wrong. The goalkeeping coach has stayed. Barrett has stayed. And then you've got Joe Carnall, who's a technical coach, Callum Davidson, and Gary Rowett. So we've got hell of a coaching staff. Dan McLoone, Alex Aldridge, yeah, I know he is, Lawrence Bloom, and Paul Tanner head up the analysis, recruitment, sports science, and medical departments, respectively, will remain in their posts. Yeah. So no one's left, really, other than Neil Harris, who was already out the door, as we know. But yeah, so they've obviously taken on more staff than we had previously. We didn't really seem to have that much staff before, so maybe Rowett wants a bigger team around him. Richard Wheatley says mid-table would be good for Mill, but it's not impossible, and I'd agree with that. I would agree with that, mate. It is not impossible. Right, hang on. Any more questions? Is it stopped? Oh, there's loads more. Ryan Sanford comes to my school and coaches the goalkeepers. Wow. Okay, well done. I'm pleased with you. If you're happy with that, then I'm happy with that. Dave Hoy says, enjoy League One. Oh, Dave, you're an absolute joker, you are. Dan, give us a shout out up here in Northampton. Oh, there you go. Harry fucking has gone out of shot. Hang on. There's questions coming. Harry and Julie Bowden are up there watching in Northampton. There's your shout out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying Lions TV. Let's have a little look here. Robert Paget says, I think he'll do well. I need to look at the woeful defence. He needs to look at the woeful defence and getting us going at teams. Yeah, there is a lot of work to do. There is obviously these conceding late goals. There was under Neil Harris the inability and the lack of strive to get forward and create chances, which by taking out Matt Stiff, by who the way I don't think Adam Barrett was a big fan of because he hasn't kicked a ball since he's been in charge, although it's only been 2 games. We've done that. What happened to Kevin Pressman? Fucking hell, he left a couple of years ago, mate. He left a couple of years ago. And when he did leave, they got in Lee Turner. Was 2 in, was 2 out and 3 in. Well, I don't know. As it stands, I don't know anyone who's gone out. On the coaching staff, I'm not, I don't really delve into the coaching staff, but from what I can make out, no one's gone out other than Neil Harris. And in comes 3 more of the backroom staff. Maybe it's what we needed. Thomas O'Flattery, another character who I love his comments on here. I'm sure he's a Man United fan. The O'Flatterys were pirates of the west coast of Ireland. Fucking hell, people got to leave the Kenny Jackets alone on a fucking Monday night, haven't they? What? Look at when I say about people's names on here. Come on, man. What your name is ACW_UK Apollo Championship Wrestling. I used to go after. I could do a little bit of WWE back in the day. That's your name on YouTube. Why? But your question is time to promote a left back from the under 23s. Hopefully Mahoney can play his natural game. The under 23s, we have got a very good left back whose name is Junior Tienza. But funny enough, we had a very good left back previously, and his name was Noah Chesmain. And I had massive high hopes for Noah Chesmain. He ended up going to Maidstone. He actually scored a 25-yard rocket of a free kick Saturday. Don't ask me how I know that. Thomas Flatley, no worries, mate. Danny, he's a good manager. Simple as that. You lot will like him. Keep right on. Thank you. That's from Zulu's on tour. That's a Birmingham fan. So the Birmingham fans liked him. So let's look at Gary Rowett. If you haven't watched the video I've put up around his career, he had a good playing career. He started his career at Cambridge. He had a good 4 years at Cambridge, which won him a move to Premier League Everton in 1995. He never really played for Everton that much, and eventually he left. He played for Leicester in the Premier League. He played for Charlton briefly in the Premier League. He played for Derby, Birmingham, and Burton. I think he finished his career at Burton. Then once he was a defender, I'm sure he was a right back, I think, when Gary Rowett. When he finished his career, he became, I don't know, he became part of the coaching staff or instant assistant manager to Paul Pescasolido. Some of the fans around my age and older will remember Paul Pescasolido's wife or ex-wife now, Karen Brady, the lovely Karen Brady. Remember that turnout back in the day? Fucking hell, she got some grief. And then she went to the enemy and now gets even more grief. But yeah, Paul Pescasolido was Burton manager. and Gary Rowett come in as his assistant. Pescasolido was sacked. Rowett took over when they were sort of around 10th in the table, I believe, if Wikipedia is not lying to me. And from there, he took Burton on a little run. He had a good League Cup, best League Cup run they've ever had. And he took them to the playoffs where they lost over 2 legs to Bradford. Maybe that's why he's joined us, because we can help him out with that one. 2 seasons in a row we've done Bradford. I still don't know how to this day. But the next season, he stayed in charge and he got them to the playoff final, frustratingly losing to Fleetwood in the final. It was at that point that Gary packed his bags and slipped up the road to St Andrews, where he became manager again. He took over a sort of a relegation fighting side, and he steadied the ship. He got them to, I think, 10th place finish, which they was happy with. The fans were very happy with him. But then Birmingham come under new ownership, and they wanted to bring in their own clientele, their own manager, as it can happen, as we're seeing now. And Gianfranco Zola was appointed. Gary Rowett was sacked, and the Birmingham fans weren't happy with that at the time, a lot of them. I remember that little debacle going on, actually. After that, he got the Derby job. So listen, he's always been offered jobs, so he must make the right sort of noises and say the right things and do the right things. So an ex-player will know the division very well, played a lot of games at this standard. And Pescasolido's still with Brady, is he? Jesus Christ, she's blown up a bit. Poor girl, bless her. But anyway, we need to be careful what I say here. Anyway, what was I saying? Gary Rowett got the Derby job, took them over when they were sort of 10th, 11th in the table, and got them into the playoffs, which you'd expect. They beat us 3-0 a couple of seasons ago up there. They was flying in the league. I think there was about 10 points clear. They beat us 3-0. They scored 3 goals in 5 minutes. David Nugent got a couple that day, I remember. That was at the height of, again, we couldn't score away from home. We had loads of chances, couldn't convert it that day. And they blew us away with 3 goals in 5 minutes. They looked like they was flying towards promotion, but they fell away badly after Christmas. And the last day of the season, they snuck in the playoffs, but they lost over 2 legs to Fulham. At that point, Stoke City came in and asked for permission to speak to Gary Rowett, or Gary Rowett went to the board and said, can I speak to Stoke about the vacant manager's job? So again, I've hammered him, to be fair, on previous videos, but maybe it would have been harsh. If any manager gets the chance to go from Burton to Birmingham, they're going to take it. Sacked by Birmingham wasn't his fault. Derby, he obviously had ambitions, and Stoke said he could have money to spend. So to try and guide, Stoke back into the Premier League at the first time of asking, maybe, it wasn't greed, it wasn't indulgence. Maybe he just thought he could do a better job there. So he went to Stoke, and that is, as I said, that's where. Sorry, I'm just looking at a stupid question there. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this can happen. This is live stream. Sorry. So he didn't work out for him at Stoke. But some people believe that Stoke was already rotten to the core, but he spent a lot of money, didn't he? But he's not going to have that problem at our club, that's for sure. So that's his managerial history. As I said, this is the first team he's ever managed down south. This will be, Burton aside, on paper, probably the smallest budget fan base club that he'll be managing. So maybe it's a different type of challenge this time around, and maybe it's a challenge. Well, let's hope he rises to. We all hope he rises to. Eric Clacton says. Eric Clacton, fucking thought I read that wrong. What do you think of Bart? Bartkowski makes some outrageously good saves, makes some brilliant saves, kicks us in games single-handedly. But the goals he fucks up and lets in, the games that we're right in, like we're right in fucking with a chance of games. You don't see him lick one through his legs when we're fucking away at West Brom and we're getting hammered, or metaphorically hammered. I know we drew the game, but that was down to Bart. Saturday we could have been 3 or 4-0 down. I'm hearing before we scored because of Bart. But he's made 2 absolute howlers, in my opinion. Hull shouldn't be getting off from there, believe me. I'm not going back over it because it actually angers me when people say it wasn't his fault against Hull. And QPR, his knees look shot. You say about his injuries, you can see he's definitely struggling. He's not that mobile, but he's mobile when he goes into a save. He dives properly. He's commanding. I like him. He's made 2 mistakes in what is it now, 14 games, something like that, including Cup. So, I like Bart. I like the Bart man. Whether he's the long-term answer for us, I don't know. As we said, we need to remember, at the minute, he's only on loan. Michael Heisman says, has Rowett done an interview about the job yet, Dan? There's stuff going up now, I believe, on the Millwall official Twitter page. I'm sure they'll put some stuff out on Twitter and on their YouTube channel, which has got less views than my YouTube channel. If the ball don't give Rowett money, I'd like to see us giving some youth a go. A bit of a spark and enthusiasm surely can't hurt and shows we're looking to the future. On paper, that's a fantastic shout. But, I mean, look, Billy Mitchell's a great player. We know that. George Alexander. George Alexander. Gary Alexander was a great player for Millwall. But now, luckily for us, his son is coming through the ranks and he scored another 2 goals today for the under-23s. I don't think his goals-to-game ratio is far off a goal a game now for the under-23s. But are they ready to step up into the Championship? I've not been bowled over with Malumbi since he's come in. Now, on that point, what you just said there, mate, I'll pick you up on that and I'll agree. I'd rather have Billy Mitchell in there, a Millwall player, than have Malumbi in there. He can't be far off the standard of Malumbi. I know he's not far off the standard of Malumbi. So if we're going to get players in on loan, it's just, I'd send Malumbi back, to be honest. I would send Malumbi back and I'd have Billy Mitchell doing that job. You're right, you're best off going with youth, Millwall youth as well, that's going to give him key experience in this division. But to say to go with more than 1 or 2 or 3, I think we like what we see with the youngsters. They're doing well, they're progressing, they're developing very well. But to go all in and say, stick 3 or 4 of them in, I think we could get dangerously exposed. Bearing in mind, if there was no disrespect to the first team, if they was going into a first team that was flying high in the division, scoring goals for fun, winning games and expecting to go up, it maybe not be a bad thing. But to put 2 or 3 youngsters in and expose them in a team that's already struggling and conceding goals, I think that could be a bit shit for us, results-wise, and harsh on their development. Yeah, no, John Dean, good point, says... John Dean, sorry, I was reading the one above that. Mick Robinson remembers the Paul Pesci-Solido song well. That's all I'll say. John Dean, fans must be patient. Don't expect miracles straight away. And you're spot on, John, and I've already covered that as well. It won't be easy coming into the Millwall job. Neil Harris has gone, and don't worry, I'm not going back over old ground. What I'm going to say is now, you look at Neil Harris's record as Millwall manager and the things he achieved in his 4 years at the club, it's going to be very, very... If Gary Rowett tops that, he will actually go down as one of the greatest managers of all time, statistically. Neil Harris has got a very good record as a Millwall player and manager. You know, we wasn't so happy with the way he was playing, but you cannot argue with his stats. If he had stayed to the end of the season, his stats would have been absolutely shot to bits and we would have been relegated. But fair play to the legend that retired from his position as our manager at exactly the right time. It will take time. It will take time for Gary Rowett to get right. And I said if he pulls it off, he'll go down as one of the best Millwall managers of all time. So that just shows you when Neil Harris put himself on the map as a Millwall manager. But yeah, it is going to take time. Having said that, there's not going to be, as I said earlier, there's not going to be a massive change of clientele. There's not going to be a massive change of clientele at all. There could be, fucking hell, I look like absolute shit. I actually look like a killer. Sorry, everyone. Let's have a little, good God, man. I've lost it, boy, no? Yeah. I've lost it. I was a good-looking boy once.
Oh, really?
Trust me. Honestly. What's your mum? What was I going to say? Harry says, oh, thanks, Dan. Great show as always. Oh, Michael Heisman. Did Rowett manage Mahoney at Birmingham? Good question. No, I don't think he did. I think Mahoney was on loan to Birmingham last season from Bournemouth for the season and got young player of the season. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
What do you think? Gary Rowett coming in?
No, I don't want it.
You don't want it?
No.
Who did you want?
Chris Hughton.
Chris Hughton?
Yeah.
Me wanted Chris Hughton. Yeah, that sort of died. That sort of died on its arse, didn't it? It was a rumour. Rumour's a vicious thing, son. But we'll save that chat for another day. Right. Thomas O'Flattery, aspirations. Do Millwall want promotion or just to survive forever? No, come on. Look, we'd love to go up. People go, we don't want to go to the Premier League. I don't think we'd like to go into the Premier League and stay in the Premier League. But look back at what we've got in our history. 87, 88, we got promoted. Yeah, I think, was it 87, 88, we got promoted to 88, 89. Anyway, 1991. It's all a blur. I was only 10 years old. Can't be some slack here. But the times that still get spoken about from them days, the pictures, the players, they're iconic. And if we got up again, it would be fucking outrageous. But we wouldn't want to stay there, I don't think. I enjoy the Championship. I actually enjoy League One, but the channel and my views does not. So, Championship. Yeah, we'd like to go up in the Premier League for one season. I actually think we'd do all right in the first season. I think it's the second season we could get absolutely folded up like pretzels. Michael Heisman. Is it a video, Danny? Thanks for calling me Danny. Only my mum calls me Danny. Well, this is a video. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, mate.
Sure.
Connor Tobin says he would like to survive forever. Joe O'Mara, let's get Henners in on the act. I'm gonna wrap it now. There's a little bit of a bromance going on there, yeah. It's a three-way bromance. You, Joe, and Kieran.
No.
No, all right, whatever. Oh, right, whatever. Should have said no.
No.
No, you just mates it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Allow it, bro.
Instagram followers, I guess.
Everyone needs to get behind. Yeah, Terry Thompson says everyone needs to get behind Rowett 100%. What Michael Heisman again? Firing out some fucking top questions here, Mickey tonight. Mickey Boyski Heisman. What does the future hold now? How can we build on and around the ground? Well, I've said before, I'd love Husky to buy the club. If everyone's got the cosh all that they're saying they have, wedge, #pay them. Fucking hell. 8 days he's in on the stream. What's happening, Thomas? How are you? Joe said, don't lie, you've got bromance. Sorry, yeah, apparently we can build it in around the ground. It's only going to happen if Husky buy the club and if John Berylson sells it to Husky, which I'm hoping in time he will do. Mill KP says, Dan, you're a legend. You're not wrong, mate. Takes one to know one. Mr. Marshmallow says, hi, Daniel. Hi, Thomas. Yeah, everyone, all the Millwall'S TV boys going to be hammering me because I said I didn't want Rowett. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm sitting here in a few weeks saying you was absolutely the right man for the job. Anna Kiryuku is Danny, the bearded lady, who started jumping in on a lot of Lions TV videos. You'll see I really like Dan and like his beard. It's beautiful. He's got a lovely barnet, a lovely missus and son, and he does very good videos. But Dan, turn your camera sideways, mate. Schoolboy error you did today. If you've seen the score predictions. Mick Robinson says, Dan, imagine Millwall at Chelsea, Tottenham and West Ham in the Premier League. Brilliant. It would be fucking outrageous. Paul Goldsmith is saying Millwall KP is a legend. KP, what does that stand for? I had this chat someone the other day. Your name's... No, yeah, I know it's his initials. But what is his name? Or does he just want to be known as Millwall KP? I'm going to go for Kieran Prince is your name. What a great name that would be as well.
I'm going to go with Kenneth Prong.
Millwall KP, I reckon your name is Kieran Prince. Minimi reckons it's Kenneth Prawn. If it's Kenneth Prawn, I'll sign the channel over to him right now. Sorry, everyone's Dan, don't worry, mate, it's fine. It's still a good video. But yeah, next time always remember to turn your camera sideways. Zulu's on tour says, off to bed, mate. Wishing you boys a great season. See you in the playoffs. Fucking hell. We can only dream, mate. Riley says, why no pre-match prediction? Mate, I did a lot of videos Sunday. Today's Monday. Yeah, I did a video Sunday. I put 2 videos out today, which takes me to set up, film, edit, plan. That took me long enough. I didn't get a chance to do a pre-match prediction, but I'll happily talk about the game tomorrow now. What do you want to know? Adam Barrett's in charge for the last time. I expect it to be the same team that faced Brentford. Exactly the same starting 11. Hello. Do you want to come in?
I don't know.
I'm going to close it if not.
No.
You don't want to come in?
No.
I'm going to come off now anyway.
I'll mess it up.
I'll come and beat you on FIFA again 5-0 in a second, yeah? Millwall KB, come back. Yeah, Millwall KP is all I want to know. Milo Stanley's going for Millwall KP's name to be Karen Poppet. wait, let's just do this then now for the last 5 minutes. What do you all think Millwall KP? What do you think KP stands for? Someone's gone with Karen Poppet. I've gone with Kieran Prince. You went with Kenneth Prong. Millwall KP. Come on, it's just some serious. No, it's just some silly answers. Footy Latest says stream FIFA, Dan. I have considered it. I have considered doing a Millwall. I've considered doing it. Oh, look at his name.
Kieran Prince.
I was so close.
No.
I don't know why I'm so... Marshy Mello, Kilo Packs. Vipex says Kerry Print. This is the best game ever. MC says, much love from somewhere in the depths of Wales. This is the best game ever. Fuck, I wish we didn't know the answer so quick now because we could have had more. Yeah. Keith Pratt.
Kilo Packs. Oh no, I just realised. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh Jesus.
If I can hear 8 Days laughing from here, and he lives in Eltham.
Oh, I just realised.
Oh, that's the end of that game.
Yeah,
Listen, boys and girls, that's been 55 minutes long. I'll wrap the stream now because it's getting out of hand. It always goes off on different things. It was guessing Millwall KP's name. If you haven't followed Millwall KP's YouTube channel, please go and give him a follow. He's so funny. We sat behind him at Gillingham, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I've never met him before. I could just hear him, and his voice. He sounded like a 70-year-old man. It was really angry. When I turn around, he's just not that person. But he's really funny, Millwall KP. Follow his YouTube channel, which is called Millwall KP as well. Kieran Prince. Oh, so close with Kieran Prince. What was your one? Kenneth Prong.
Yes.
There you go, boys and girls. Listen, we're veering massively off subject here. There is a lot of content up on the channel tomorrow. Obviously, the channel right now for tomorrow's game. We are at home under the lights against Cardiff. The new manager will be revealed on the pitch. But tonight, that's it. That's your lot. As I said yesterday, I think we'll be in 10 league games into the season. Feels like this season's gone on for about a year and a half already, and I will be grateful of a rest once May comes and we go away to celebrate my 40th birthday. That's what we do in the smart room. But anyway, that's another story. I'll see you at the Den tomorrow if you are going. Normal service resumed. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.
Sweet. Kilo